afternoon and welcome to the Midday News here on CNC3 and the TBC Radio Network. I am Bhavita Gopalchan. Thank you so much for joining us. Top of the news at this time, the United States Marine Corps' 22nd Marine Expeditionary Unit deployed under the U.S. Southern Command has begun a series of joint training exercises with the Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force at a time of elevated U.S.-Venezuela tensions and growing geopolitical scrutiny in the Southern Caribbean. Images of the Osprey were shared via the Facebook page of the U.S. Embassy of TNT. The images show the aircrafts landing at the Defense Force Comoto Base in East Trinidad. Several of the drills incorporate 22nd MEU helicopters conducting low-altitude maneuvers and simulated mission support. While both governments describe the activities as routine military cooperation, the timing has not gone unnoticed. The Southern Caribbean has become a zone of heightened sensitivity as Washington continues to signal concerns about regional security, trafficking routes, and the political and economic instability in neighboring Venezuela. Well, Trinidad and Tobago's 2026 World Cup campaign is now officially over. And last night's draw against Bermuda brought goals, emotion, confusion, and two national farewells. Samaki Felician reports.
Qualifier ended 2-2 at the Hazley Crawford Stadium, though for a moment even the scoreline was in doubt. A technical glitch had online platforms showing a 2-1 TNT win, while the stadium scoreboard correctly displayed 2-2, adding confusion to a tense night. TNT started brightly with Kobe Henry heading home in the 9th minute, but Bermuda fought back as Najai Tucker equalized in the 60th minute, and Desjaire Williams gave them the lead just 4 minutes later. Nathaniel James responded quickly, leveling the match in the 65th minute to seal the draw. The night also served as a farewell for Captain Kevin Molino and goalkeeper Marvin Phillip, both receiving emotional send-offs, with TNT finishing the campaign third in Group B with 9 points to close off their FIFA World Cup qualifiers campaign. Samaki Felician, CNC3 Sport.
Thank you, Samaki. Well, Public Services Association President Felicia Thomas is again accusing the Chief Personnel Officer of stalling the 10% wage negotiations and is now asking if he has been given a mandate to block public servants from getting their back pay by Christmas. In a video posted to her social media page last evening, the PSA president revealed to her membership that she was invited by the Chief Personnel Officer, Commander Dr. Daryl Dindial, for a meeting this Friday. However, she said it was not to commence negotiations, but rather to view a presentation on the state of the economy. The CPO has told CNC3 News previously that the presentation is step 1 in the negotiating process. However, Thomas does not believe that is a necessary step. She says the PSA already knows about the state of the economy and therefore wants the negotiations to commence at once.
Maybe you have some mandates that workers are not aware of. Maybe your mandate is not to let public officers get the money by Christmas. But let me tell you, sir, get yourself around the table. You see that presentation that you're preparing? Forget about it.
However, in response, the Chief Personnel Officer questioned why the PSA is opposed to having an understanding of the state of the economy before negotiations commence. Commander Dindial said this is standard procedure that all unions adhere to, and he hopes that Thomas and the PSA will come this Friday ready to hear from the Ministry of Finance's economists who will produce an outlook on the country's financial position. Now to this, Trinidadian nationals stranded in camps in Syria and Iraq are growing increasingly frustrated as months pass without clear action from a government-appointed interministerial committee tasked with facilitating their return. Rahima Khan, whose sister and 5 children remain in the camps, expressed deep concern over the slow pace of repatriation efforts. She said that when the new government took office, it established the committee led by the Attorney General to expedite the return of the nationals.
They were very hopeful when the new committee was formed, and they thought they would have been out of the camps before winter set in. So before December comes in, they would have been out. And it was to the point where they packed their bags and they were ready to leave. And my sister is telling me she has her bags packed, she has the kids' clothes packed, everything is ready to just leave.
Despite initial optimism, 6 months have passed without any communication or meetings with the committee. According to Human Rights Watch, more than 90 Trinidad and Tobago nationals remain detained in camps in northeast Syria, including approximately 21 women. Among them, at least 56 are children and 13 are males, including teenage boys, currently held in detention centres. While calls to the Attorney General went unanswered up to news time. Today, November 19th, marks International Men's Day. It's a day dedicated to recognizing men's contributions to society and raise awareness of critical issues affecting men and boys. And here in Trinidad and Tobago, the founder of BMEN, Michael Stewart, says more needs to be done to support men holistically. Stewart says the emotional and mental well-being of men is often overlooked, which can lead to adverse consequences.
Society has failed our men, and that is why suicidal rate among men is over 85%, and that is something that needs to be looked into. In any society that is serious, they would have had something to show, to find out what is happening here, and that is what I think needs to take place.
Well, this year's theme for International Men's Day is celebrating men and boys. Let's take a short break. We'll be right back.
Millions of people are attacked by harmful mouth bacteria. The root cause of bad breath, gum problems, cavities, plaque, and tartar. That's why Colgate combined the best science and technology in Colgate Total. Unlike others, its superior formula fights bacteria and creates a powerful protective barrier for up to 24 hours to prevent them from coming back. Take control of your oral health with Colgate Total.
Things don't always go as expected. Be ready with Trinry for auto, home, business and group life. Call us at 800-TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Huge insurance premium. Pay your premiums bit by bit with FlexiPay from Trinry. For more manageable auto, home and commercial insurance payments, call us at 800-TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Trinry. Premier insurance coverage for less.
We're back, and we came straight to Royal Castle to pick up some delicious food. We got a queen bucket, a king bucket, some royal wings, a family meal, a few combos, some extra sides, a rotisserie chicken, and a snack box. Oh, and that delicious honey mustard sauce, it's really lashing. Rudolph, do you think we should get some for Mrs. Claus and the elves, too? Happy holidays from Royal Castle.
Step into the Christmas season at Tile Depot. 12 by 12 tiles, $7.50. 17 by 17, $9.75. 18 by 18, $9.95. 20 by 20, $15.95. And 22 by 22, only $20. Visit Tile Depot Limited, Bagney Trace Chase Village. Call 234-4402.
Advance your career and increase your earning potential with the University of Bedfordshire's MBA program at CTS College. This UK-accredited MBA is globally and ACTT recognized and is the most affordable in Trinidad and Tobago. With 6 intakes per year and the option to study 1 unit at a time, you can complete the general MBA or one of 6 specializations in 12 months. And with flexible entry requirements and payment options, students with various backgrounds can enroll. Contact CTS College today and find out how you can get $12,000 off.
Welcome back in sport. Captain Shea Hope's Masterclass 100 was all in vain as West Indies lost a second one-day international against New Zealand this morning. Hope scored 109 not out in just 69 balls to register his 19th ODI 100 as West Indies scored 257 for 9 in 34 overs after rain delayed the start. Hope's 100 was his 4th international 100 for the year, and he now has scored hundreds against all of the full member teams. But New Zealand scored 248 for 5 in 33.5 overs, with Devon Conway getting to 90 and Rachin Ravindra getting to 56. New Zealand takes a winning 2-0 series lead with the final ODI on Friday. Now, despite the loss after the match, Matthew Ford looked at the positives out of this defeat.
You know, as a batting group, getting up to 250 on those kind of wickets, you know, we look at that as a positive. Probably thought that, you know, we got enough runs on the board, but obviously, you know, the New Zealand is a very good side and probably number 1 or 2 in the world. So, you know, playing against them is always going to be a challenge. And as they showed today, like, they were never out of the game.
That's for sport. It's back to a break.
Millions of people are attacked by harmful mouth bacteria. The root cause of bad breath, gum problems, cavities, plaque, and tartar. That's why Colgate combined the best science and technology in Colgate Total. Unlike others, its superior formula fights bacteria and creates a powerful protective barrier for up to 24 hours to prevent them from coming back. Take control of your oral health with Colgate Total.
Win a brand new ride for Christmas in a 3-car raffle organized on behalf of Queens Royal College.
Merry Christmas.
First prize is a luxurious, fully loaded big ride Ford Ranger. Draw date Saturday, December 20th at the school. Tickets only $100. All proceeds for the further uplifting of the school. Tickets available from teachers, parents, alumni, and of the school. Also nationwide at Mart's Liquor Palace, Diego Martin Main Road, Shamir, Uncle Beto, Santa Cruz, Better Deal Supermarket, Cunupia, and Aranguez, Khan's Liquor, Diego Martin Main Road, Ramsing Sports, Chaguanas and Cuba, Bobby's Barbecue Wrap, Mirage Supermarket, Sangre Grande, West B Supermarket, Diego Martin and Tacarigua, Seals Bar, San Fernando, Payless Hardware, Diego Martin Main Road, Dodge Roti, Pitti Valley, Mirage Westside Arima, Western Pharmacy next to St. James Police. Also at islandetickets.com. For more info, call the college at 622-1671 or the hotline at 491-1082. Queens Royal College 3-car raffle.
Ole, bring on the arm. Make it a Mac Foods Christmas. All over the land, make it a Mac Foods Christmas. The best tasting ham.
This year, make it a Mac Foods Christmas with TNT's favorite ham. We have pork, beef, chicken, and turkey hams, and even roasted garlic pork for the real taste of a Trinity Christmas.
Make it a Mac Foods Christmas. All over the land, make it a Mac Foods Christmas. The best tasting ham.
Make it a Mac Foods Christmas.
Regionally, Guyana's Win Party, led by businessman Azruddin Mohammed, is threatening legal action against House Speaker Manzoor Nadir for failing to call a meeting to elect a leader of the opposition. 16 opposition MPs wrote the Speaker, giving him 14 days to convene the meeting or face action in the Supreme Court. They argue the Speaker's offered no clear reason for the delay, even though all were present when the request was first made. The party says the prolonged delay raises questions about impartiality and undermines the Constitution, noting that the opposition leader must be consulted on key national appointments. The House has passed a bill requiring the United States Justice Department to release the Jeffrey Epstein case files months after it was first introduced. While the measure will be sent to the Senate, it's expected to reach President Donald Trump's desk soon. Here's more from CNN.
First in the House.
On this vote, the yeas are 427, the nays are 1.
Then, under unanimous consent in the Senate.
The Senate has now passed the Epstein bill as soon as it comes over from the House.
The bipartisan bill forcing the Justice Department to release all of its case files tied to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein garnered near unanimous approval from both chambers of Congress. Louisiana Republican Representative Clay Higgins was the only lawmaker to vote against the bill in the House, saying the legislation was written in a way that might harm innocent people. Many of the Epstein survivors disagree.
We were victimized as children and failed repeatedly by the very system that was supposed to protect us. That's why we stand here today, to demand justice and accountability, not just for Epstein and his crimes, but for every predator and every enabler who participates in or protects abusers.
GOP Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene joined survivors on Tuesday, pushing back against President Donald Trump's attacks after he called her a traitor for supporting the Epstein files vote.
I want to see every single name released so that these women don't have to live in fear and intimidation, which is something I've had a small taste of in just the past few days.
The next step for the Epstein bill is a signature from Trump.
Well, thank you for joining us for a look at the day's developments so far. We'll have these stories and so much more coming up for you in a Midday Newscast at 7 p.m. today. Until then, have a great day.
You're watching